Hey there, YouTube fam. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me for this tarot reading. This is going to be another all signs general community reading, and you know the drill. If it doesn't resonate, all that good. So, see what kind of positive vibes, what kind of mischief we can get into this time, shall we? Okie dokie. So, I've already pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and cut the decks together. Normally, I go over each card and it takes half an eternity. So let's go ahead and whip them out. Starting with the Creator, I was noticing this card earlier, so I'm very amused that it came up. And wow, what a freaking pair. On the bottom is the Seed, fam. Freaking boosh, get it. Let's move on to the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. And Voyage. You already have all the answers, fam. You already know, right? With the Seed, what do they say? The tree is already present. It's already within, right? And on the bottom is Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. You need to chill. You came to the right place. Hey, here we go. Aw, fam. Wow. Okay. So let's cut the tarot now. See what we got here. Split it in three, grab in the middle to the top. Chapter 1. I like to think of the tarot as a story. We're starting with the 8 of Swords. I have comments to make on that, fam. Chapter 2 is the Ace of Wands. I like it. That's better. That's more like it. Chapter 3 is the 6 of Wands. Okay. All right. We're getting better. I like this. Chapter 4 is the 7 of Wands. When you are on top of the world, who are you getting permission from? Whose permission do you need, and why do you give a crap about their opinions? Someone's always got something to say, am I right? Fuck them. All right, moving on. Sorry if you got kids around. I don't. Underneath the 8 of Swords, we're going to have the Queen of Swords. How's that for some evolution, Creator? My goodness gracious, look at you. Underneath the Ace of Wands, sure, yeah, is the Lovers. Hey. Really emphasizing that phallic symbol with that one there. Hey, Pamela. Underneath the 6 of Wands is the King of Cups. Nice, nice. Underneath the 7 of Wands is the Hermit. Interesting, okay. And the epilogue to this tale, the 6 of Swords. 6, right? Heck yeah. 6 of Swords. Okay. Let's save the bottom of this deck for later. And now let's process. So, like I said, I love the pairing of the Seed on the bottom and drawing the Creator card. What you up to? Huh? What you doing? Enjoying some manifestations, are we? Realizing that it's always been within you to do whatever the heck you want to do, that you don't need anyone else's permission. You don't need them to understand what the heck you're doing. It's not their life, is it? And, oh my goodness, my eyeballs, why? And the Creator, like, I know that we have this imagery kind of like, is it a pen or a paintbrush, I think is what it is. It doesn't have to, like, art is so much more than just painting, or my personal favorite, stippling, right? Just like athletes include dancers, right? So the vibe I'm getting is that this is speaking on, especially with cards like Voyage, you already know, like you already know, you already have all the answers, is that recognition, that central pillar of integrity is intact. Your spine, figuratively, is intact. But it seems like you've kind of, someone has been looping, right? It's not like the 9 of Swords where there's anxiety and sleepless nights and these things that you're worried about. This is self-isolation. This is self-imprisonment with your mind, right? People probably have no idea as to, like, even those who are close to you, they may be noticing that you're a bit off or different, or were, if that's past tense. But This is someone who, at least in the past, recent past, was really torturing themselves, feeling unworthy. I don't know if you felt like you had things you needed to atone for, or what's going on there. But the thing about this card that I like to say is, I think they're holding those bonds. We can't see their hands. Them and the Hanged Man, you can't see their hands. I don't think that the hands are tied. I think they're holding them in this card. They can drop them at any time. Take off the blindfold and be like, oh yeah, that's right. I can just step forward, because we're always moving forward, right, fan? Moving forward. And I love that the Ace of Wands came up next, because it's really emphasizing that. It's like, now that you have released the bonds, now that you have opened up your mind and it's no longer this prison, this torture chamber that you put on yourself, right? Those bonds are white. That speaks of not only the rainbow and all the colors and everything and the inclusivity of it all, but purity, innocence. What if you haven't actually done anything wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. And even if you did, you learned from that, didn't you? Are you really going to do it again? No, because why would you? This is someone who has learned lessons. They want out of the loop. Look at the rest of this dang reading, fan. You have the Queen of Swords underneath that. She's been there. She's done that. She saved her damn self. But I like to say that the King and Queen of Swords are really good at friendly debates. They're not taking it personal. They're not easily, persuaded into some other crap that means nothing to them, right? But it's also about truth. One of my favorite, affirmation, mantra things is, I see beyond the illusions of this world. I embrace deeper truths, right? You can see through the bullshit now. You've been there and done that. Another thing about the Eight of Swords is she's wearing red. She's wearing red. And red not only speaks of passion, that's your lifeblood. That's your heart, right? And this is figuring it the fuck out. Being able to hear other opinions and being able to smell bullshit from a mile away. And it doesn't even faze you anymore, because you've been there and you've done that, right? The only other sword, there are 3 cards in this entire deck of the Waite-Smith Tarot, where you see the sword going straight up. If I'm repeating myself because you're returning, hi, thank you for your patience. The Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and Justice. Boosh. So then we come to the Ace of Wands, and the wands are fire. That's speaking of passion, creativity, that drive, right? And with the Lovers underneath, that's a Gemini card. But, not only do we have a male and a female represented with the angel above and that freaking, Papa YouTube, please, that blazing sun above that angel, right? We have the Tree of Knowledge and the Tree of Life also represented. There are little flame things. Wait, I thought that the Yahweh thing was on this card. Nope, never mind. Wrong card. Moving on. So, sorry, I've been reading. It is Shamanic Kabbalah. The Hebrew lettering and all that shit is just in there right now. Sorry, pardonnez-moi. But this not only speaks of love and finding that honey, that counterpart, that partner in crime, it speaks of self-love, knowing thyself, being secure in that self, and recognizing that connection that you are a part of, your place in existence, period, not just this earth, not just where you live, not just your family, right? And recognizing as within, so without, as above, so below, all of that groovy shit, right? And having the Ace of Wands above that, the vibe to me right now, this imagery, a personal thing, it always reminds me of a dream that I had, which is what I talk about that in one of the very first videos on this channel, in which I was a fairy princess. And the imagery beyond the hand, if I can get this foil to play nice with us, you could see a castle there, right? And this river and stuff. So it reminds me of, now that you've come out of the simulation, now that you're done wanting to be like everyone else and blend in and all that groovy shit, here you go. You got some new creative ideas, some courage mixed in with that passion, right? And stuff. That's, the imagery is a gift from the divine, either way, or phallic, whatever. I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to be maybe we're leading a certain way, whatever, you tell me. And the Six of Wands is talking about things like public recognition, right? Others being able to recognize your hard work, how far you've come, how much you've put into whatever it is that's been getting your focus, right? Whatever it is that's been driving you, right? And remembering that while it can be a bit uncomfortable and awkward to receive compliments, shit, there are cultures in this world where it's kind of frowned upon to be like, thanks, because they're like, oh, so it's like Regina George, right? Like, oh, so you think you're beautiful? And it's like, well, you just, you know what I mean? You know, like it can be a bit uncomfortable because for so many of us, we've had to deal with betrayal and liars and people who gaslight us and you know, will hype us up just to slam us back down, right? So it can be a bit difficult to accept that kind of crap, can it? But what if you absolutely 1000% deserve it, fam? What if you've rightfully earned it? And with the King of Cups coming up underneath that, that tells me, that speaks of emotional intelligence, stability, the ability to go with the flow of your emotions and life and all of that. The kings and queens of any suit have been there and done that. They've made their way through that shit. They are secure within themselves, right? And the kings, we have, the queens are more internal. They're more compassionate and nurturing in whatever regard for that suit, right? Whereas the kings are more the doers. It's more the outward kind of actions and shit, right? And this is someone, like the main thing that's sticking in my head is emotional stability, emotional intelligence. Been there, done that, I got this. And I feel like these two right now with this reading are going hand in hand and providing... But they do have the lovers right smack dab between them, don't they, fam? Yes, they do. Moving on. Like I said, with the Seven of Wands, because it kind of looks like this person is standing on top of the earth, doesn't it? On top of the world. My question to you is, in your perception, do you think that person is fighting people who are down there and just poking at him, or setting that one down? Because who are we fighting now, right? Who do you really have to fight at this point in life? Why? How is that worth it? But the Seven of Wands is also about sticking your ground. They don't have to understand what you're doing, fam. This is your life. Just like I said that before, didn't I? This is you. If anyone's going to be suffering the consequences for any mistakes that you happen to make, it's you, right? And we can suffer our own consequences. We're not putting other people's consequences on our shoulders, right? We know the difference now. We know who we are and what we're doing. And we can handle challenges and make them look easy now, can't we? Heck yeah, and look at this. Look at this. My goodness. And the Hermit is here underneath that Seven of Wands. And my favorite thing about the Hermit card is that's the star inside of that lantern. That light within, those hopes and dreams and all of that are down inside that you may not even talk about with other people. And the Hermit has ditched all the crap, the distractions, the marketing firms and Hollywood bullshit, and went up on that mountain to figure themselves the frick out, to remember the sound of their own heartbeat, their own opinions. I tend to say that we should cocoon ourselves every now and then and checkity check. You know what I mean? Why do I react the way that I do? Why do I still like the things that I like? Why did I want that car specifically so bad? What's really the point, right? What's the point? And coming out the other side, right? Recognizing what you want and the toxicity in your life, the distractions and all that, and that you don't freaking want it. Moving on. Your mind, your wisdom, look at all those swords. To me, that's feeling like wisdom gained. All right, I know what's me. I remember what's me now. And I'm taking, like, who do you think is in this boat? Who do you think? I think, considering that we had the hermit come up and sorry, I don't mean to flip you off. He's got his own wand, right? Don't worry about gender around here. I'm non-binary. I'm not here to dictate. You know what I mean? He's got his own wand. And it's time to go. Whatever that means, whether it's figurative or actually moving. Maybe you are actually moving. But either way, moving on. Reacquainting with oneself. And ridding your mind, your subconscious, of the voices that belong to other people from throughout your life. Now that you know, like, who else is in that boat with you? Is that someone that you love dearly? Is that a different side of yourself that is healing? Is that your inner child? Right? And leaving the choppy waters behind and moving on to the calm, fam. There's also, like, I don't know about your deck, but my deck, this one has a lot of gray in it, or at least I'm really noticing the heck out of it right now. And gray tends to speak of neutrality, a lack of bias, impartiality, right? And that's that wisdom gained. You can look back without getting lost in the emotions that you've already been through. You've already experienced that pain, right? Leave it back there. That's hindsight, baby. That's wisdom. That's all the past. I said it before. I'm always going to say it again. That's all the past has to offer us. Wisdom, right? Don't pick at the scab. There's no reason to. Let that shit heal. And on the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. Man, I shouldn't have said anything. So, there have been sleepless nights. There's been that Lupin. I mentioned that, though, didn't I? There's Lupin going on. And that person's wearing white. Whatever it is, you don't deserve to torture yourself. You never did. Okay? Heck yeah, fam. What are the extra notes for this reading? Let's see. Boop. Oh, this one, hey, we're going to go to the Neville Goddard crew because I fucking love it. The card, it was kind of hanging as I split the deck. I am. Heck yeah, you are, fam. You are that. You are. I am that I am. Damn right. And then, no, really, meditate. That is a free resource, fam, to be able to help you deal with the prison inside of your... Underneath that 9, from 9, we get to 10, baby. The 10 of freaking cups was underneath that 9 of swords. If you could just get out of your own way, oh my goodness. Hey-oh, it's a party. And on the bottom, Capricorn. Who's the Cap? This one, that's right, the I am one was one that wanted to be seen. I normally pull 2. And the second one was toxic as fuck, right? I quote that Kehlani song, Toxic. I get real accountable when I'm alone. Do you? Are you sure that's what's happening? Accountability or torture? Not anymore, fam. Not anymore. Look at this. Look at your growth and your evolution. Who are you answering to? The fuck no one, fam. You've got this. You already have all the answers. So I want you to chill and know, really, meditate. Okay, fam? meditate, get your head on right, because it should be. It belongs to you. Clarity, truth, and all that good belongs to you, fam. Love yourself. You loving yourself lets everybody else know what you are willing to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with, right? Heck yeah. Oh, man, look at this. Wow, the growth. Move on, baby. To calmer shores. Heck yeah. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much for joining me in this incredible reading. What a freaking adventure. What an adventure, fam. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for keeping me company and checking this out and watching it the whole dang way. That means so much to us YouTubers. You don't even know. Unless you're also a YouTuber. Hey, Loud Vehicle. Guess we got some YouTubers here. I take that as confirmation. And yeah, you have a wonderful day. And always remember that I love you.